Hello viewers, welcome to fourth tutorial of Core Java. In our previous video, we have learned about classes and objects. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about control statements like if else, switch, for loop, while loop and do while loop. Firstly, we need to know what a control statement is. A control statement is a statement that determines whether other statement will be executed. Is on a control statement. Flow control has two types, branching and looping. Branching is deciding what actions to take, and looping is deciding how many times to take a certain action. Branching has two things, if else and switch. It is in branching. And the looping has for, while and do while. They all comes under the looping. The first one is if else. In if else, as you can see from the flowchart, we will start our program. There is an expression, and if the expression is true, then statement in if branch will execute it, and if the expression is false, then statement in else branch will be executed. There is a syntax of if, then the braces, parenthesis, then expression, then curly braces, then there is a statement, and then else statement. In a if statement, we have used the two curly braces here. If we have used open and close curly braces, if we don't use the open and curly braces, we can only execute a single statement. For a block of statement, for two or more statement, we need a curly braces, open and close curly braces. The next one is switch statement. Switch statement is much like if and else state, if nested if and else statement. It is very more efficient statement and easier to read. As you can see from the flow chart, there is we start a switch statement. There is an expression. An expression is associated with the values. The value can be number, can be character, any, but it cannot be a floating point number. When we get that value in that expression, in case value, that block 1 will execute it. If we get a value that is 1, then is block 1 statement. Then value 2, we get block 2 executed. And there is the last is the default. Default will be executed when there is no matching case. It is just like executing else statement in if else. Next, as you can see from the syntax, we have a switch, then expression, then there is a case values. We have used a case is a keyword. Then there is a value. Value can be, I have explained that value can be character, any number. Then the statements. We have used here the break. The break is used to basically, so we can, they will not be executed further statement, so that other further statement will not be executed here. If we do not use the break here, then it will execute further statement until the other break statement is encountered. Okay, then next is the for loop. For loop, then you can see from the flow chart, the for loop, we start the for loop. The first of the thing we have to do is initializing. We will initialize the statement. Then there is a condition. If that condition is false, then we go to the rest of the code. But if the condition is true, we go to that statement, the block of statement are there, we will execute that statement, and there is a change. Change here means that increment or a decrement operators. We use an increment or decrement in that variable that we have used. Then we will execute again, and then we check again condition. It will be executed. Further, we do not get any false conditions here. As you can see from the syntax, in the for we use the three things, that is initialization, a condition, and increment. In initialization, we basically initialize our variable. For example, I is equal to 1. Here I am initializing the value of I to a 1. In condition, I am checking the value of I less than 10. Here I am using a logical operator, that is less than. In increment, I am incrementing. You can decrement this operator by plus. I am using the I plus plus post increment. Here I can use also I minus. It is post decrement. While loop. In the while loop is also same as the for loop. Here we also check the condition. If the condition in this while loop, we check the condition. If the condition is true, then the statement executed, and then it will go to the again to the condition. The condition will executed until we do not get any false condition. If we get a false condition, it go to the rest of the code. It will go to the other code. As you can see from the syntax, we have used in the while that condition, if the condition is true, if I less than 10 or this condition is true, then the block of statements will be executed. And so that our loop continues, we need to increment or decrement it. If we do not increment or decrement in a while loop, so that it will go to infinity. So it's very important to increment or decrement the while loop. Next is the do while loop. In a do while loop is just like a while loop, except the test condition is checked at the end of the loop rather than the start. In the while loop, we have seen that we are checking the test condition at the start. Means here the loop will execute it at least once. So the basic the flowchart I am giving you the brief the what is the do while loop do. The first of all, there is a statement will be executed, then we check the condition. If the condition is true, we will go to that statement again, and then the statement will be executed, and it will be executed until we do not get any false condition here. Then there is syntax of a do while. The first statement do is a keyword, and the while they are all the keywords. We start from the do, and there is a block of statement will be executed. After the block of statement, we will increment it, the condition, then we will check the condition, the while condition. Summary. We have learned about, in this video, we have learned about control statement like if else, while, switch, while, for loop, do while.
For any queries, comment below. If you're liking our videos, then please subscribe to our channel Ask Group. See you in next tutorial video. Hope you like it.